and welcome to Book Your Give Here. We're Travel That Gives. I'm Lulu Lima, your chief travel guru. I hope this episode of Dream Now Travel Later inspires you to travel, and I invite you to give us the opportunity to help plan your next memorable trip. So grab your popcorn and enjoy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Travel Tuesday. So excited because Natalie is back with us, and we're going to be talking about the other side of her resorts, which is called LeBlanc. And so LeBlanc is adults only. So this is not for my family folks, but this is for when you guys just want to get away. And certainly they're absolutely amazing luxury properties that are beyond the all-inclusive concept. I absolutely love them. So not to take further time from Natalie, because y'all met her yesterday, I'm going to let her take over.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, today I'm here to talk to you guys about Blanc Spa Resorts. So today we are going in a very zen vibe. We're going more towards the luxury spa resorts. We're going to talk about our LeBlanc Los Cabos property and our LeBlanc Cancun property.
And I got to tell you, I absolutely love them both.
They're so amazing. Okay, so we do have two LeBlancs. LeBlanc Cancun is our flagship LeBlanc property. It just celebrated its 10th year as a AAA 5-Diamond Award winner. We are so proud of this property. Our LeBlanc Los Cabos property, which we modeled after the LeBlanc Cancun property, has been open, about 2.5, maybe 3 years by now. Yep. And it is just, the awards are pouring in for that property as well. Both of these properties are just outstanding. Some of the all-inclusive brand features you're going to find with the two LeBlanc properties are full butler service. I repeat, full butler service, and we are going to talk a little more about the butler service in a few minutes. But all of the same luxury standards and all-inclusive features you come to know with all of our products, they're available at the LeBlanc properties as well, such as the Chi bath amenities. So, yeah. Ladies, you can leave your flat iron at home because we're going to have a Chi flat iron in the room for you. We do upgrade some of the bath amenities to Vulgari. So you're going to have a mixture of Chi and Vulgari bath products. We do have local and long distance phone calls to the US and Canada from the room, complimentary. There's an in-room mini bar that is also complimentary. We have upgraded liquors throughout both of these properties, top shelf, which are available, at the lobby bars and upon request at the restaurants. And again, the food and beverage standards, the cuisine at these two properties is just absolutely outstanding.
Okay, and one of the things that I love about the properties not only is, the level of service, but the decor.
Yes. Oh, I've got so many pictures later on. You guys are going to just be blown away by the photos. But of course, you need to all go and see it in person because, a photo might be worth 1,000 words, but you need to see these properties in person, definitely.
Absolutely. And so the level of service that, we talked about the butler service, or you emphasized it a little earlier. I really love the fact that the butler service can do so many things. Yes. So they can make your restaurant reservations. They can unpack your bags. I mean, they can draw you a bath if you want, or even set up something on the beach, a candlelight dinner for two.
Yes. So, it's a very intuitive level of service. I have so many fun butler stories to share. When I travel to the properties, because I'm, maybe only there a couple of times a year, they very rarely know that I'm an employee. I mean, very few of the employees on properties actually recognize me. So when I'm on property, I get treated just as any average person traveling to a LeBlanc. And I mean, the butler stories are just endless. We also have an app that you can download. It's Blanc Spa Resorts. You download the app and you can actually text directly with your butler. And I know
That's awesome.
a lot of other properties and brands, they do tout a butler service. But I encourage you all to always ask many questions. Ask about the butler service. Is it more of a concierge level service? Ours is a true butler service. The butler will run your bath. You can text him, hey, I'm out shopping. I'm going to be home around 5. My feet hurt. Can you please run me a night, at whatever degree temperature bath you want? And he will do that along with bath soaps and salts and everything else. I was on property sick one time, nursing a head cold. Didn't even mention it to my butler, but he noticed that in our conversations that I was kind of sniffling and feeling a little under the weather. And I came to my room and there's honey and tea and, everything he could find to comfort me. I mean, it's just a very intuitive level of service. The butler service is amazing.
And with that level of service also comes amazing culinary excellence.
Yes.
So, we talked about your certified Angus beef yesterday at Palace, but that also extends to LeBlanc as well. So, we want to kind of highlight how well the property really, both brands really focus on that high level of culinary piece, excellence and your gastronomy. So we want to make sure that you know that your belly's going to be well taken care of.
Yes. And can you still hear me?
Yes.
I think my camera's disappeared. But yes, our culinary cuisine, of course, we do everything on property. We have very few ingredients that are delivered to us from off property. We try to do very much a garden to table experience. We try to make all of our ingredients as natural as possible. Just like, in case you did not see the Palace presentation, we do have an agreement with Certified Angus Beef. So all of our beef throughout all of our properties is certified Angus beef, regardless of whether you're at the buffet or at one of our a la carte restaurants. And we do really, especially with our LeBlanc properties, we focus on an a la carte dining experience. And just in case, there are some people who don't maybe understand that lingo. An a la carte restaurant is essentially a restaurant where you order from a menu. So it's like going to, your local Three Forks restaurant or your local, high-end steak house. That's the type of experience that we try to provide on properties. And we do an amazing job with making sure that we hire, only highly rated, highly awarded chefs who head up each one of our departments and ensure that our culinary excellence is hard to compete with. And it really is. Another fun fact about these properties is we did just sign an agreement with Robert Mondavi Wines. So Robert Mondavi is now our new house wine. You're going to be able to order that at no additional charge. It's not an upcharge, folks. It's Robert Mondavi Wine is available throughout both of these properties. You're going to be able to get it in your room, at the restaurants, at the bars, everywhere.
And that's super awesome. So for afterwards, we talked about the spa yesterday from Palace, but today it's the Blanc Spa. The Blanc Spa is, I want to say, the level of spa adventures that you have through both brands are, state of the art. And so, but Blanc Spa has a little bit of, a different touch, a different feel to it. And one of the things that I love about it is because of all of the artisan pieces that are linked with Blanc.
Because of all of the what?
The artisan. So you've got your staffs that are your artisans and therapists. And so you've got a lot of, local folks that are really stepping up their level and their game.
Right. We do work really hard to only employ, the highest quality massage therapists. We make certain that we really vet our staff and employees. And one of the things that I love about this family that I work with is that, you'll find very little turnover. It is an outstanding company. Palace Resorts and LeBlanc Spa Resorts really takes care of their employees. And so you'll find that the majority of the employees have been there. I mean, even when you're on property, if you're asking the bartender, hey, how long have you been with us? He's going to tell you, longer than the property's been open because they sent me somewhere else for training for a year first or for 6 months first. But I will tell you, there's very little turnover, and we do an outstanding job of hiring the best and making sure that they stay with us. And that does, of course, translate to Blanc Spa. The Blanc Spa property, or the Blanc Spas on each property, offer an amazing hydrotherapy experience, which at the LeBlancs is complimentary. You do not need a paid treatment in order to go through the hydrotherapy treatments. Essentially, you can go as many times a day, every single day, to the spa if you like, at no additional charge for the hydrotherapy treatments. So lots of...
That's super awesome. That's an extra plus that you guys have at LeBlanc that nobody else has, which is great. So,
right.
We're talking about location, and obviously location is, super important for where all the properties are located. And you guys have great locations. In Cancun, you're on the hotel zone.
Right.
And it's got an amazing option for the Caribbean Sea. I mean, this picture doesn't do it justice.
No, it is an absolutely outstanding beach. The beach is absolutely gorgeous. And we are located in the hotel zone. We do have a bus station. So, I mean, for those of you who are wanting to travel into the hotel zone and do and see everything, we do have a bus station right at the end of our entry gate on this property. But the beach itself, one of the things that I love about LeBlanc Cancun is that it has both amazing ocean view and a lagoon view. And now I know a lot of you guys are like, yeah, but I'm going to Cancun for the ocean. But remember, the lagoon is where all the beautiful sunsets are. So if you're wanting to sit in your room, in the comfort of your own air conditioning and open up your big balcony and sip your wine and watch the sunset, the lagoon view rooms at LeBlanc Cancun are the rooms to choose. And you can't go wrong on this property, regardless of whether you've got an ocean view.
Yeah, absolutely. And the property itself is also awesome. I mean, it boasts, not being a huge property. It's 260 rooms, and also, it's got 3 pools, and again, all of the moving pieces, and it was recently redone. So I'm really excited about all of those points. So, having LeBlanc, I mean, just kind of walking into this property, I felt so zen. I mean, it was just, and I think we may have lost Natalie. Oh no. All right, guys, we will be back on in just a minute to see if we can get Natalie back on. Stand by.
Are you still there?
Oh, yes, ma'am, we are. Thank God we got you back. Yay.
What happened?
So, technology. It's all good. So I was talking about how zen the property was while you were away, and just all of the moving pieces of why I really love this property. I mean, just as you view some of these pictures and you're viewing the rooms, I mean, this is your entry level rooms,
right?
So, and
these picture right there is entry level. Yes, that's an ocean view room.
Yeah, and so you really do get a lot of value for your money here, and it's very, again, because it's focused on that adult only experience. You really are leveling up, with a little bit of romance and a little bit of just that extra piece of things. So,
of course, and it also both of these properties focus a lot on a healthy standard of living as well. So you'll find healthier menu options. The gyms here are absolutely outstanding. There are personal trainers in the gym in the gyms on both properties as well. So, for you yogis out there, we do yoga every single day. We have some type of class or a trainer on property to assist with some type of new, healthy living lifestyle class of some sort. So it's definitely very zen and very natural, and definitely focused on healthy living as well. So, but as far as the value for the money, of course, these rooms are just outstanding. The level of service is definitely upgraded with the full butler service as well.
Yeah. And we've just scrolled by, a number of the different pools, and really you get to see what an opportunity of just, seeing that zen and just kind of that awe-inspiring.
Yes.
So really great views. And this is an awesome view right here at the terraza. And so, you truly get to see your sun setting.
Yes. Yes, just beautiful.
So, and this is one of the a la carte restaurants that you'll have.
Yes.
Again, it is, you order from the menu. So if you have any dietary restrictions or anything like that, you tell your waiter, and he or she will make sure that your meal is catered directly to you, since everything is made fresh on the spot.
Even when they're at the buffet, if they choose to go to the breakfast, we do have a breakfast and a lunch buffet. If they choose to go to the breakfast and the lunch buffet at either one of the properties, all they have to do is tell the hostess, that they have special dietary issues, or, they have special dietary needs. And the hostess will actually let the chef know. And even though it's a buffet, he will prepare them something made to order just for them, so they don't have to worry about cross-contamination and that type of thing.
And that's awesome.
Yes.
So it really is a point of healthy living, and taking care of that. One of the things that you can do at the proper, especially in Cancun, is get married.
Yes.
So for you guys who are looking to have weddings, whether it's an LGBT wedding or a religious ceremony or what have you, all of that can be done as well. And so, if you're looking for that destination wedding, just let me know. I'm happy to help put it together.
Yes. And again, remember, this is an adult. These are both adults only properties. So you do have to remember no one under the age of 18 can attend the ceremony. But, there are a lot of people who, like I'm a little bit older. Maybe if I were to ever get married again, there are no young children in my life. So that would probably be ideal. But we do an outstanding service of really taking care of our brides and grooms and our honeymooning couples. We have lots to offer as far as honeymoons are concerned. We have special upgraded packages, some which are complimentary. All you have to do is ask Lulu to make sure that gets booked for you. But one thing that we really strive to be above and beyond the competition is when it comes to decor and wedding packages as well. And you can see some of these photos, and you'll see some at the end of the Los Cabos presentation as well. The decor packages for the weddings are they're like fairy tales. Their fantasies come to life. It's really outstanding what our decor company can do these days.
Yes, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
So moving on from the Caribbean Sea into the Pacific, where we're now going into the Baja Peninsula. Yay! We really get to see a different flavor and air, because the Pacific side of the country is already very different, very similar to the East Coast and West Coast of the United States. So
of course, I always equate it to California and Florida. You have to think of it that way. It's very, very different personalities for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And so one of the things that I love about Cabo is that you've got 300 days of no clouds. So
no clouds. The weather is The weather is always perfect in Cabo. I mean, it is beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's not so hot and humid as the other coast, which of course I love the hot and humid. I'm from the South. That's my idea of summertime. Cabo is
Right.
is a very dry heat. Very comfortable heat. And matter of fact, some of you who've not been to that coast before, you might want to bring like a little light sweater with you for the evenings. It is just the perfect place to sit out in the evenings near a fire. And we do have fire pits all throughout our Cabo property. It is just the perfect place to sit out with a glass of wine next to the fire in the evenings and listen to the waves and watch the sunset. It is outstanding weather, definitely.
And if you're there between December and April, you get to do whale watching.
All of the whale watching. The whale watching is, the first time that I saw it, I thought, well, maybe I'll get to see one or two whales this week. No, it was one or two whales every 30 minutes. And we do, of course, offer as many whale watching experiences from your property or from the property as possible. So like we'll bring a telescope to your room so you can watch from your balcony. We have little loungers and watch areas placed on the beach so you can watch from the beach and from the comfort of your own resort. But the decor on this property, this is of course our newest opened property. We have had a couple of other properties remodeled since then, but they just went above and beyond with the decor, as you can see from these photos. It is just such a gorgeous example of what our architects and our decorators put together. And that photo of our spa, you guys, those chairs are so fun. They are suspended from the ceiling, and when you lay in them, you just feel like you're weightless and there's not a problem in the world. And then, of course,
and that's the way it should be.
Yes. Yes. And then, of course, we do have multiple treatment rooms at our spa as well, and an amazing hydrotherapy program.
Yeah. And so again, your restaurants are absolutely amazing. You do have a great nightlife as well. And we didn't talk about that for the Cancun property, but both properties have really great nightlife. So again, that adult only experience. And you can turn in at whatever time you want. It's really, this is geared to just having a true adult experience.
Yes, definitely. And one thing to mention, LeBlanc Cancun is located in the hotel zone. LeBlanc Los Cabos is located in the corridor. So you've got, maybe a 25, 30-minute ride from the airport. And then when you're wanting to go out in the evenings, you have your choice because you are literally in the middle of everything. You're in the middle of Cabo San Lucas and San Juan. So you've got your choice of where do you want to go for your nightlife. But we do also have a fun piano. We've got fun, like piano bars on both properties. And we do have some nightlife on property, but it's definitely more of a relaxed, chill kind of vibe is what I would call it. Oh, this is one of my favorite places on this property. Go back one, please. The coffee shop is absolutely outstanding. And we have every kind of coffee you can imagine, along with pastries and desserts and in-house handmade, hand-painted chocolates. We have hand-painted chocolates, yes.
That's so awesome.
Yes.
I remember sitting here and having the most amazing experience, just culinary-wise on my sweets, I should say my pastry experience, because it was just these pastries that just melted in my mouth. I had a nice cup of iced coffee and I was in heaven.
Yeah. And all of those pastries, they are not prepackaged, shipped to us from anywhere else. We have bread ovens that run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of those pastries are made fresh daily in-house.
So LeBlanc obviously has, these great locations. In Cabo, there are some challenges with certain beaches that are not swimmable. LeBlanc's beach, remind me again, is it swimmable?
LeBlanc Los Cabos, the beach is not swimmable, but we are, if you walk down the beach, So it's our property, then 2 other properties, and then there is a swimmable beach. So we do have a swimmable beach that is walking distance.
Beautiful.
Yes,
So
but remember that.
Get the waves, hear the waves, feel the wind and all of that. But if you want to swim, it's just a little bit of a walk down the road. Down the road.
Not down the road.
down the beach, and you'll be at a swimmable beach. So there is an entrance that is not far away. So which is a good thing for those of you guys who do want to actually get into the water. But for those of you guys who are just wanting to enjoy the beach and everything else, but not go in, this is a great property.
Oh my goodness! And why? I mean, we have all of those amazing pools at LeBlanc Los Cabos. We have an infinity pool that overlooks the ocean. And it's just such a relaxing experience to hang out in the pool, in that infinity pool, listening to the waves come in. So we do definitely have an amazing pool area that's right next to the beach. So definitely still a beach experience.
Yeah. And so now we're looking at some of the destination wedding decors that you have options to if this is a location where you want to get married. Again, LGBTQ is available here, as well as religious ceremonies and things like that. And we can talk about those kind of things based on what you need and how we make those things happen.
Okay, yes. And I mean, the decor on this property, again, it's very, in my opinion, we were talking yesterday about how all of the palaces have their own personalities. Well, that definitely translates to the LeBlanc properties as well. The LeBlancs definitely have their own personalities. And in my opinion, LeBlanc Los Cabos is very Gatsby-esque. It's very modern meets traditional. And I've got to tell you, some of the locations where you can get married at this property, this is one example here amongst the palm trees, but we have so many other locations overlooking the ocean and just outstanding beach locations as well. And the decor people on this property always continuously blow my mind. They are so creative and go above and beyond. It really is like a fairy tale wedding.
It truly appears it. I of course love LeBlanc. I think that it is a simple luxury is what I want to kind of call it, because of the clean lines. You have the high level of service, and it's not gaudy or anything along those lines. It really is just zen.
Yes.
When we first started the conversation. So having been to these properties, having had an opportunity to do some site inspections and just get a quick flavor. I have plenty of pictures on my phone that if you guys ever want to see them, I'm happy to show you what my firsthand experience has been on the properties. So with that, I want to thank Natalie for coming on 2 days in a row to talk about all of her amazing properties. And
it's my pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, this is awesome. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before we close today?
Oh my goodness, you guys absolutely positively have to get to LeBlanc Los Cabos. That's it. I mean, you're going to be ruined for regular life when you get home. You're not going to remember how to function without a butler once you return from LeBlanc Los Cabos.
I tend to agree on that quite a bit. So with that, thank you so much for everybody for joining us. Namaste. Until the next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.